All right, guys, let's talk just a little bit about our job descriptions. Now, if you're a real estate agent, how many hats do you wear? Lots and lots of hats. You know, a real estate agent has at least 100 jobs, a lot more than that probably, and you got to be an expert at all of them. You know, people come to you for a one-stop shop, you know, and they expect you to either know every answer or have, you know, on your cell phone Rolodex there, you know, they expect you to know somebody to call, but they're looking to you for answers. And if you don't know the answer, they're going to question your professionalism. You know, they want everything right now, and you have a lot of jobs. Now, pricing real estate is just one part of your job, but in my opinion, it's one of the most important jobs that you have. And you have to learn, you know, it takes time to learn how to price a house. You can't trust tax values, you can't trust online valuations, you know, you have to learn comparable sales and, you know, what's the difference in the houses and knowing the houses that you've looked at and what makes your subject better or worse than the others. You know, you want to get the seller the most money possible, but you don't want to overprice it, because remember, you only get paid to sell houses, not to list houses. But anyway, you have to be in charge of that listing price. And appraisers need to understand, though, that that is only one small part of a real estate agent's job. And of course, we want you to do a very good job. It makes our job easier when you price it right. But real estate agents, appraisers, listen, real estate agents have one of the hardest jobs on the planet. I mean, you talk about, in values, we say it's an emotional process for the buyers. It's an emotional process for the buyers and the sellers, and some of the questions that, you know, agents gets asked will blow your mind. I mean, it's a really tough business. People are stressed out more than at any time in their life. You know, moving your family is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. And you're guiding them through this, and when you hit a little roadblock and something doesn't go just right, who are they going to take it out on? You. They're coming to the real estate agent, and you are responsible for everything. So getting a house listed, getting it under contract, and then those last 30, 60, 90 days getting it closed, it's an art form just like doing appraisals. So appraisers need to understand that realtors have one tough job. We both do. You know, the real estate is a tough business. Any way you look at it, it's not for the faint of heart. But you have to understand, in the real estate agent's job description, you got to know everything from home inspections to termite reports. You got to know attorneys. You got to know about appraisals, listing values. You know, you got to know so many things, and each customer is different. You know, it's a never-ending learning cycle that you're going to go through. And these people are going to call you, you know, at 9 o'clock at night all stressed out about something. This is really a small thing, but in their life at that moment, it's a crisis. So you are a psychologist, you know, you have 100 different jobs at least, and I hope you'll look at that little slide I got in there about your job description. But real estate agents have a very tough job. That's an understatement, and we all need to understand, though, each job is as important as the other. And whenever you're dealing with people's single largest lifetime investment, everything that you say and do is so important. It can change people's lives. This is their financial future. And coming up with real estate values and helping people price their house is one of the most important jobs that you can do. And you got to understand how to do it as good as possible, understanding what comparables are, help them price it right, and then I hope you have a really good bed to help you sleep at night. You're going to earn your money. Anybody that says a real estate agent doesn't earn their money has never sold a house. Also the same, anybody that says an appraiser doesn't earn their money, they've never experienced the appraisal process. Real estate is a tough job. It's a great job, though, when you give that person the keys, especially a first-time home buyer, and you see that look on their face. It's a great job. There's nothing else like it, but you earn every penny.